Diddy, a towering figure in the music industry known for his vast wealth, influence, and power, has long seemed untouchable. He built an empire that few could rival. However, even the most formidable figures can face unexpected falls. Recently, Diddy encountered such a moment when a judge denied his $50 million bail request, resulting in a dramatic collapse in court. What led to this moment, and why was such an enormous bail offer rejected? Let's explore the surprising twists of this high-profile case, the judge's rationale, and the unraveling of a life defined by fame, fortune, and control of $50 million bail package. A last-ditch effort, Diddy's legal team put forward a $50 million bail arrangement that seemed almost impossible to refuse. It included his $48 million Miami estate, his private jet, and stringent conditions such as home detention, regular drug testing, and surrendering his passport. His family, including his mother, supported the plan, showing their desperation to see him released. Yet, despite the impressive terms, the judge dismissed the offer outright. The court's concerns extended beyond the money. They centered on Diddy's influence, past behavior, and potential interference in the judicial process. A significant reason for the judge's rejection was Diddy's history of troubling behavior. Prosecutors presented text messages and past incidents that painted a concerning picture. One notable example was a 2016 altercation involving his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Diddy allegedly paid $50,000 to a hotel to destroy security footage that showed him throwing glass objects at her. This incident, among others, highlighted his potential to tamper with evidence and manipulate outcomes. The prosecution argued convincingly that Diddy's wealth and network could enable him to obstruct justice, intimidate witnesses, or even flee the country. They drew parallels to cases involving Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Both denied bail despite substantial offers. Ultimately, the court decided that taking such a risk with Diddy was unacceptable. When the judge announced the decision, Diddy's reaction was immediate and dramatic. He collapsed in the courtroom, overwhelmed by the news. Witnesses described how his confident, composed demeanor gave way to visible despair. Shaking and seemingly on the verge of fainting, court officials called for medical help. For someone accustomed to a life of unparalleled luxury, the realization that he might face prolonged incarceration, possibly for life, was devastating. His collapse was not only physical, but also symbolic, a stark representation of the fall of a man who once seemed invincible. The harsh reality of jail, from mansions to isolation, Diddy is now held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, one of the most notorious jails in the U.S., far removed from the comfort of his lavish homes. He now occupies a small, grimy cell. The MDC is infamous for overcrowding, poor sanitation, and harsh living conditions. Inmates often endure freezing winters, sweltering summers, and routine power failures. To protect him from potential threats due to his celebrity status, Diddy has been placed in solitary confinement. He is confined to a 6x9-foot cell for 23 hours a day with minimal human contact. Solitary confinement can severely impact mental health, often causing intense anxiety, depression, and, in extreme cases, hallucinations. For Diddy, who has spent a lifetime surrounded by luxury and attention, the isolation must be particularly grueling. This is not just a fall from grace, but a plunge into a stark, unfamiliar reality.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Unbearable news for fans of the iconic hip-hop era. Diddy, one of the industry's most influential figures, faces serious legal trouble that could mark the end of his empire. The charges brought against him are severe, with prosecutors alleging that he led a criminal operation that used his businesses and staff to facilitate illegal activities. According to the indictment, these alleged actions span years, with Diddy purportedly leveraging his power to manipulate others and conceal misconduct. One of the most serious accusations is that he used his influence to intimidate witnesses and interfere with evidence. Prosecutors argue that this is far from an isolated incident. They claim Diddy's entire empire was strategically built to shield him from accountability. Allegedly, many of his employees, from security teams to personal assistants, played roles in covering up his unlawful behavior. Diddy has faced numerous scandals throughout his storied career, but this time, the stakes are higher. His considerable wealth and influence may not be enough to shield him from these legal repercussions. His dramatic reaction in court to the denial of his $50 million bail package was not just about the bail. It signified the realization that his world might be crumbling beyond repair as the legal case moves forward. The music industry and the public watch closely. Some of Diddy's peers have shown support, while others remain silent, unsure of what this could mean for the future of the hip-hop mogul. This ongoing saga serves as a powerful reminder that no amount of influence or power can make someone immune to the consequences of their actions. The image of Diddy's collapse in court has become a symbol of a potentially monumental fall from grace. His once lavish life, filled with luxury and power, now starkly contrasts with the reality of jail cells and legal battles. Whether Diddy can once again maneuver his way out of legal trouble, or if this truly marks the end of an empire, remains uncertain. Time will reveal the outcome, but one thing is clear. Diddy's legal woes are a cautionary tale about the limits of power and the reality that justice reaches everyone, no matter how untouchable they may seem.